So here's a little video of my routine of every 2 weeks going to work in California. So I do covered parking at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. And then I take the Sky Train to my terminal. This reminds me of that movie with Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. You know, the movie where he's counting cards in Las Vegas. And then I take the Sky Train from the parking garage to Terminal 4. And you can see today was an absolutely beautiful day in Phoenix. I think the high was 72. Look at that beautiful blue skies. I know a lot of the rest of the United States and in the world there's a lot of severe weather, but we have to put up with those horrible summers where it's 115 degrees.
Exit here for Terminal 4.
And then down another escalator to go through security check. As you can see, the airport was not that busy. It's Christmas Eve, and it seemed about normal, not too bad at all. These are some pictures on the wall of the airport in the 1930s, the 40s, and the 50s. And then as we go down this walkway here, they've got these beautiful murals, kind of goldish murals on the side. Okay, when you fly as much as I do, it is well worth it to have your TSA pre-check, because I'm just going to walk right through this line and skip that whole mess there. So, yep, I'm the next one in line here. My next step is to always go to the departures and take a look at my flight to make sure I know the right gate I'm going to. And it looks like it's D3 on time, so I need to head over there because I'm at C terminal or C gate. Now these people movers are kind of funny. I think it was on a Seinfeld one time. He said these are not an amusement ride, just there to help you walk. So don't just stand and ride. So now that I have filmed this, I'm gonna start walking. Okay, this is something that you're only going to see in Arizona. It is an assortment of cactus candy. The prickly pear cactus gives you a nice thing to make jams and jellies and candies. I don't recommend them. I don't like the taste of them, but again, this is something you'll see in Arizona. Okay, here's one other thing too, is you're gonna see is a scorpion sucker.
Is that not sick? Now, who in the heck would want to eat that? And it sure looks like a real scorpion. So again, it's an Arizona thing. Since I know D-Terminal really well, I know where I always want to be able to get a bite to eat before there's Barrio Cafe. That's okay, but this is my preferred place to grab a bite. And they always have a good breakfast burrito with eggs, bacon, cheese, tortilla, eggs. Okay, breakfast of champions. Burrito, a little bit of salsa, Diet Coke. I always get to the airport about an hour before my flight. Put in my ear pods and watch a video. And right now I'm in the process of watching Gail Augustinelli's video.
So you have heard me say before that I work in Hollister, California, and that's about 45 minutes east of Carmel, California. I fly into San Jose, California, and you can see the Pacific Ocean there in the background. I believe that's probably around Santa Cruz, California. We're almost ready to land. And then after landing, I call for my shuttle bus to pick me up to take me to my car.
So I fly into San Jose, California, and you can see the horrible graffiti that is on some of these overpasses. It's a shame that this, and look at over here, the dirt and the trash on the highway. You definitely, I don't mean to bash a state, but you don't see this in Arizona. You don't see all that trash on the side of the road. It's a shame because it's a beautiful state. So this is a view of me heading right into Hollister. All around Hollister is farmland. It's actually called the bread basket of the United States because lettuce is grown here, artichokes. There's, as I pan the camera around, and sorry if I make anybody dizzy, these are all kinds of apricot trees over here. They grow spinach and kale and blueberries. Everything is organic. It's a lot of organic farms here. So it looks like they're getting ready to put in another crop here. I do want to tell you a little story about my flight. Oh my gosh. So I got on the plane and there was a woman that was sitting at the window. And I always sit on the aisle because I get sick to my stomach sometimes, or I feel claustrophobic. So I always like sitting on the aisle. So when I got on the plane, I had my earbuds in and I was carrying on a conversation with my daughter. And I am aware that sometimes when you have those earbuds in, you speak a little bit louder, but I know I was not talking loud because my daughter told me afterwards. She said, "Mom, I could barely hear you." So I'm carrying on this conversation with my daughter as people are boarding the plane. And all of a sudden, this woman who was sitting on the window seat, she stands up and I said, "Oh, do you need to go to the restroom?" She says, "No, I'm moving because I don't want to hear you talk the whole flight." And I'm thinking, what? First of all, I will be hanging the phone up when my daughter, as we start to take off, because I can't carry on a conversation with her. And I just thought, oh my gosh, how rude. So I move out of the way, and she goes 2 rows back and sits down. So I'm carrying on my conversation with my daughter, and I tell my daughter what happened. I said, this woman was saying she didn't want to hear me talk throughout the flight. I said, but I'm looking over at her seat, and in the seat pocket is her Diet Coke, which looked like it was completely full, like she hadn't even taken a drink out of it yet. So I'm laughing to my daughter. I'm sorry, that was ugly for me to be laughing, but I'm thinking, and she's left her Diet Coke. But I thought, oh, well, you know, I kind of was being a little snarky in one way, but got off the phone with my daughter, and I got the Diet Coke, and I turned around to the lady. I said, oh, here's your Coke from the seat pocket. Have a Merry Christmas. She looked so surprised and perplexed. And the thing of it is, I said, that's your Coke from the seat pocket, I think. And then everybody around us had heard what she had said to me, and then heard me give her Diet Coke. And several people said, oh, that was so nice of you. So, oh my gosh, I hope she has a better morning and the rest of her day. So anyway, that's a little story there. So anyway, so the traffic is slow heading into Hollister. There's work on the road, so that's normal. I should probably be there in about 5 minutes. So this is my home away from home for the next 4 days. I stay at a Marriott, and it's really nice because they give me exactly the same room every single time. So it's nice because it's got a little microwave and a refrigerator for me to keep my food in, and it's quiet. They put me on the 4th floor, the top floor, so it's nice. So now, as usual, I kind of unpack, get organized, and I take a small little 3-hour nap before I have to go in for my 12-hour shift tonight. So this suitcase here stays in my car, and it is makeup. Sometimes I have a little extra food. It's my work bag. If I have leftover sodas. Yeah, it's everything. My work shoes. Even look at, it's got some chili. So it stays in my car so I don't have to repack certain things every time I come, like makeup and hair stuff and what have you. And then I have this other small little suitcase here I'm going to show you that I do pack, and it has my laptop in it. It has my medication that I take to and from. Oh, let me I'm groaning here with it. Unpacking this. My asthma's still kind of acting up. Anyway, but it has, you know, jacket in it. What else? Uniforms, medications, vitamins, stuff like that I bring. So I thought I would give you just a little tour of my department. It's a very nice department, fairly new. This is our PACU area that patients recover in for the first hour to 2 hours after they have a C-section. We've got our own C-section room right in our unit. Then if we go down this back hall here, there's a nurse's station back here. That's our nursing lounge there. That back room right there is a negative pressure room, and that's where we were putting our COVID positive patients. And then we've got rooms all along. It is called LDRP rooms, which are labor, delivery, postpartum rooms. We do not have a NICU, so if we have a baby that is having some respiratory problems or needs a higher level of care, we transfer them to either Good Sam Hospital or Stanford. And then this is our labor and delivery rooms. They're very nice. There's our monitoring system, IV pump, the bed that does break down into a delivery bed. And then we have these special mattresses that once the patient delivers, we put this nice, fluffy, more comfortable mattress on for them. And then we've got this couch that lays down into a bed for the dads to sleep on. We bring them linens and what have you. Then, of course, the crib for the baby. In these cabinets here is where, if we need to resuscitate a baby, that's where we do it. But then after everything is said and done, we're able to close these cabinets. And then this cabinet here houses, there I am, houses the television set. And then, of course, as I go around, every patient has a private bathroom with a shower, and then a communication board where we would write our names. And it's a very, very nice unit. We do about maybe 30 deliveries a month, which isn't a lot, which is, fine with me. And so this is Christmas Day. It is 10 till 4 in the morning. Life as a nurse is, and other careers too, you end up working Christmas sometimes. And so it was my year to work Christmas so that a nurse who has young children could be home with her kids. So I celebrated with my family a day or so ago. But anyway, so you guys have a Merry, Merry Christmas. And I hope you liked a little bit of insight into my work, traveling back and forth from Arizona to California every 2 weeks. And I will see you next Monday. Thanks. Bye-bye.